Another year and another case of the Western audience thinking review bombing a game is going to do anything and is going to make things, you know, worth a damn. And once again, it just goes to show you that some people in the Western part of the world are the biggest complainers are everybody else. If the NTE situation doesn't tell you anything, this thing with Genshin tells you a lot as well. Now apparently free to play players are complaining with Genshin because the next update they only gonna have 60 pulls in total to have. Now now, you know, if you're talking, see, and the thing with this, the thing that really boggles my mind when I hear complaints like this is this. If you're a free to play player, you do understand you have restraints. You do understand you had to do your pulls very, very carefully. And you do understand that you have to be a bit more cautious about who the fuck you're pulling for and who the fuck you're not pulling for. You have to, because when you're a free to play player, you have to make the decision that you cannot pull for every single character. You're not a dolphin or a whale. You're not going to be able to do so. Now, I can say I'm not a dolphin or a whale. Maybe I'm a fucking goldfish or something to that effect. Because I do buy the weaklings and I do buy the fucking battle pass. But as you guys have seen a while back, I don't have every single 5 star on my account. I don't. I don't have Venti. I don't have Alhaitham. I don't have Chiori. I don't have Singzween. I don't have Bizo. I do not have every single 5 star on this account. This is the only account I have actually, but I don't have every single 5 star. I don't have every single constellation of a character in terms of 4 stars or above. I don't. And this is mostly because I have been a somewhat free to play player. I have maybe swiped my card when I lost a 50-50, and by that it been only like something around maybe like $15 or maybe $30, and that's about it. And if I still didn't get the counter for the amount I'm spend, I would just spend the rest of that time grinding. I never once spent 50 or even $100 or so playing Genshin. Never done it. Now, if we're talking about in total in terms of the weaklings in the fucking battle pass, probably is above that. But if we're talking about in terms of getting the like crystal gems and whatnot, I never had to do that. Now, maybe because I bought in the battle pass and bought the weekly thing so often, and it had been a regular thing for me. Maybe that's why this whole thing about having 60 pulls doesn't really bother me and doesn't really affect me any, but it affects free to play players, and it affects them so much that that now people are going to try to review bomb the game and putting hashtag doing my part, hashtag do better. They're treating this like this is 2021, where that whole lantern right shit happened. If you remember the whole thing where, oh, they were giving you 3 faiths as a way of saying thank you. That whole fucking fiasco. That whole thing. And you can argue that what kickstarted the whole bullshit with Withering Waves and people grinding on that fucking game for a bit. I mean, let me be for real. It was Star Rail at first, and then it was Withering Waves. But much like everything else, when a group of people hop on something else and they fucking grind their ass on the tip of those fucking companies or that said game, they do that for a while until they realize that said game also had their own form of fucking problems and or greed, and then they start to then call their asses out for doing dumb shit as well. Case in point, look at Star Rail. In the case of Star Rail, people were saying up and down how generous they are, how they giving you this, how they giving you that. They look at all the amount of pulls we're getting and all this shit. They were rubbing in the face of the Genshin players. But soon after that, when that first anniversary came up, what was the first anniversary? Yeah, when that first anniversary came out and Catherine's came out, oh, she has a global passive. Fuck you, Starro, and they review bombed the fucking game. Go look it up. They review bombed that fucking game. And did that stop anything? Did that prevent anything? No. They still made a lot of money. They've made over $1 billion. Now, of course, the people that was complaining was the Western audience, of course, because people assumed and jumped the gun in thinking that, oh, because of this one character having a global passive, that meant every other fucking character gonna have a global passive as well. This turned out to be, nothing burger because it didn't became true. Now, what it does says is that now it could be argued that anniversary characters might have global passive because apparently Silver Wolf had one. So, the new Silver Wolf, I mean. So it's clear that the whole complaint was nothing and it was just fucking a stupid fucking thing to complain about in the first place. But they did it anyway. They tried to review bomb and didn't go on anywhere. And all they did is make the Star Rail community, at least the ones that were complaining, look incredibly fucking stupid. And then you had Withering Waves. Now, Withering Wave was this game that was so generous, that was always thinking about the players, that was always listening to the players and all this and everything else. And then you find out that not just one, but two the anniversary, they couldn't even be bothered to give you a fucking free character, a free 5-star standard selector or anything. First year they gave you a fucking banner or anniversary banners. Then they just removed that shit in the second year. Now, of course, people will say, "Oh, well, look, they're giving you this collab. They're giving you this collab characters for free, so that's good." But then that's just saying that they more concerned about giving you a collab character for free than giving you a character within the fucking game for free. But people complain about that too, wasn't they? All the transducers are not something you can get within the game. Oh, the fact that they're giving you all these fucking bike skins, even though you had to wonder you can even ride the fucking bike after the new area. Oh, the whole fucking anniversary not giving you a free fucking character, like the whole spending event too. Like there was so much that War was doing that people assumed that they wouldn't, just to find out they did, and then people was complaining about that shit. Now you can always chalk that up as being that, well, that's also the Western audience, and yeah, that's the Western audience as well. Yeah, and again, is this the case that the Western audience just bitching for the sake of bitching about something, even though they left one game slash company to go to this game slash company because they assumed that this game slash company would do better, when in reality they are also doing very much the exact same shit. So it's the same shit, just a whole different company. It's just a matter of how they do it that really was a problem for people. So when I look at this whole thing, this quote drama, and believe me when I say that this is a nothing burger. It really is, and I'll tell you why it's a nothing burger. Because who you think are the ones complaining about this? Do you think the people in the CN community complaining about this? Do you think people in Billy or anything complaining about this? Do you think people in Japan are complaining about this? They're not complaining about it. They're not. And you can chalk that up as being the case that they aren't free to play players. They swipe their credit card and spend money in the fucking game anyway. It's mostly the fucking Western audience that are complaining about it. Now, of course, we will complain about it because hey, we're not millionaires. We don't have like $100+ fucking dollars to spend on a whim. So of course, we will complain about it. But in the end of the day, if you are a free to play player, then you understand your limitations as a free to play player. When I see some people try to say, well, Star Rail, ZZZ, and Withering Wave give you a bunch of pulls and you can at least reach pity. But what the fuck does it matter if you reach pity if you can't be able to get that fucking character, that update, just so that what? You can wait until you can save that guarantee for another fucking character? Like, that's the thing I would never understand with some people. They use this as some argument But then try to pretend as if when it comes to Genshin, you can't reach pity at all. You can't reach and get the fucking character at all. It's like I said in that whole Natlin fucking drama about Mawika and Solari. The game is based on luck. Every gacha game is based on luck, no matter what gacha game it is. It can be Genshin, it can be Star Rail, it can be Bleach Brave Soul, it can be Gundam Battle Operation, it can be NTE, it can be any fucking game. It's always based on luck. The fact that you have someone like me who didn't swipe no credit card, who didn't do this, who didn't do that, who was on a 50-50, mind you, managed to get us a buy not once but 3 fucking times. She's at C2. Y'all seen the video. Y'all see, and y'all know what happened with that. And that was solely based on luck on my part. That wasn't based on some fucking me having to reach fucking pity each every fucking time. It was solely based on the luck of the fucking draw on my part. But then if we talk about the next fucking update when in regards to say someone like Vodka, I lost my 50-50 even though I was at like 60 something pity. So it's based on luck in the end of the day. So when I see people trying to rationalize this idea that, oh man, like, Genshin don't give you enough push to even reach pity, bullshit. Because at the end of the day, it's either you reach pity or you have enough luck to that you can get the fucking character early or not. And then there's this whole thing too when I listen to this kind of thing, and I think to myself, if you're up to date, right? If you're up to date, am I led to believe you just have 0 fucking premium gems? And the 60 you're getting is the only 60 pulls you're gonna have on deck? Like when I listen to shit like this and I hear complaints like this, it just makes me think that these people solely play the game only so that they can get some free pulls and then use those free pulls, and then when they can't get the fucking character, they just go about their fucking day after that. They're not willing to grind. They're not willing to put in the fucking work. And in terms of that, they just say that the game is bad because for the sake of the game being bad. It's kind of like how St. Tontos once upon a time said that the whole thing about ZZZ about how, oh, you know, you can get that free thing where you can get like a monthly thing for free simply by you playing the game, and you get like, you know, it sounds like sort of like the thing with the weekly moon thing. Like if you for you to get that, oh, well, the problem with that, you had to play the game. Remember that complaint? Remember that stupid brain dead complaint he had? So in the case of this, you're a free to play player, right? You know you can't pull for every single character, right? And you know that there are going to be times where you're going to have to save for some characters over pulling for others. So if we take this update here, for example, let's just say you pull for Lene, right? You pull for Lene and you manage to get her. Every pull you have gotten since then up until this point, it would then carry over to when 6.6 happened. And then by that point, it's either a luck of the draw that when you pull for Nicole, that you either get her early or lose your 50-50 early and then be able to get fucking Lohan soon after. Or you make the conscious decision to either skip one character and get the other. If you're gunning for pulling for 2 characters, then I would think that whatever amount of gems you gotten from this update and whatever gems you get combined with the next update, you can accumulate it, and then you can just hope and pray that when you pull for Nicole first, you can either win the guarantee, well, not win the guarantee, win the 50-50, or hopefully, you know, lose the 50-50 early, and then the hope that you can get the fucking character. Or if you have lost your 50-50s before that because of the capture radiant system, if you have lost your 50-50 3 times in a row before now, then you are guaranteed Nicole or Lohan, whichever the case may be. That's only if you are gunning to pull for both characters. Now, let's be real here. let's be real here. Would we say 6.6 is a huge update in regards of the of a new expansion or anything like that? No, I don't think we can. I don't think it is. I don't think we can say that honestly. Yes, it's going to be lore heavy, and I'm sure some lore players will probably enjoy this update more than anything. But we're just talking about for the sake of pulling for characters and shit, then yeah, a bunch of free to play players anyway, might give a fuck about this. But again, the problem with this is the fact that it's mostly the Western audience that complaining about it. I'm a and the reality is that Hoyo is not gonna bend over backwards for the Western audience. I don't know why the Western folks still believe that that's the case, but they are not. As far as Hoyo concerned, we are a small puddle in comparison to a big ass ocean when it comes to the community. I would have thought that people would have understood this during the whole Natland boycott bullshit. It does not matter what the small, loud minority thinks. It doesn't matter if the small, loud minority fucking doompo overview bomb anything. Unless everybody, including CM plays and more, is also against what the fuck Hoyo's doing, it doesn't matter. It matters little. Matters little. So it doesn't matter if you go on the Google store and fucking give it 1 star. It doesn't matter if you make fucking videos talking about it. It doesn't do anything. Okay, it doesn't mean anything. Because the people that are complaining are the people that are not even spending money on it. And here's the thing: the same people that will say that the people from the Wuhan side are complaining and bitching and moaning about the anniversary are the same people that will then try to fucking say that Genshin is greedy and everything. And this is what I mean about you people want to be two-faced about shit and people want to spin the narrative when it fits them. Because if this was Wuhan doing this kind of shit, you would have like Kyo, Ting Tontons and them making excuses and talking about how it's not bad and talking about how people just want to be greedy. Because that was the whole thing with the anniversary, wasn't it? The whole thing with the anniversary was that people was being greedy. People wanted to be greedy and try and get more from the anniversary, even though you were getting all these pulls, you were getting these events, you were getting all this content. They improved the graphics, the optimization, all that other shit. Something they're supposed to fucking do and they're up there their fucking game anyway. That's what they were doing. But but when it's Genshin doing something like this, and again, that is really a nothing burger, people complaining about it. But you want to know the kicker in all this? The true kicker in all this? You know why they're really complaining? You know why they're really review bombing and really getting all in their feelings about this? It because Lohan is not a standard 5 star. That's the only fucking reason. Because people in the Genshin community continue to be fucking idiots and believing leaks and assuming shit. And then because the leaks aren't true, we're then gonna blame Hoyo. We're gonna blame Genshin because people were too fucking naive to just say maybe we should look at the official release before we jump to conclusion about anything. But that's not what he did. That's not what he did, because I can guarantee you, if Lohan was a standard character, they would have skipped his ass in a heartbeat. Because then they would just have gotten his ass for free when the anniversary showed up. We know that would have been the case. We know that would have happened. We know that for a fact. But because he's a limited character, now people feel like, oh, well, we may not be able to get both characters. So now they're going to try to make it seem as if that, oh, well, because of this, now we're gonna get mad and doing poster shit. if you're a free to play player, and this is truth, and this is true to my heart about it, if you're a free to play player and you did pull for the name, I like to think that wherever you had gotten a lot of pulls after that, after playing the main event, after playing this other event, and doing whatever the fucking dailies and shit you need to do before the update, the Spiral Abyss, resets next week. Well, this coming week, I should say, and fucking the Imagining Theater have updated last week. If I'm led to believe that you do not have any premium gems by that time to then pull for two other fucking characters next update, I don't know what to tell you. But then you know what I would say after that? If you decided that this update you were gonna pull for Lene, Chaska, fucking Nefa, and Llama, did you really think you was going to then be able to pull for Nicole and Lohan soon after? Like, it's dumbass thinking like this that I can't help but wonder some of you fucking people that are complaining about, are they just assuming that they will get like 100+ fucking pull, and that it because of those pull that's gonna make it that they're gonna get the fucking character early or late? Like again, it's a gacha game solely based on luck and nothing else. Hell, there was a story where I tried to pull for Farina. I lost my 50-50 trying to get her. And then I did manage to get her. Meanwhile, my brother gotten her at C2. Gotten her at C2. Didn't lose a 50-50, mind you. Gotten her at C2. And also got her fucking weapon. Meanwhile, fast forward, I get Chaska in the first pull I did. I think the first or the second pull I did. And then when I did a pull after that, I got Mona, which made it I was guaranteed to get fucking Mawika soon after. Then when I pulled on a fucking weapon band, I managed to get a fucking weapon. It's a game solely based on luck. It's a game that when you had to hope that you either win the fucking 50-50, lose it early, or try to get the fucking character. And considering capture radiance is fucking exists, that is another way you can get a 5-star. But, with all that being said, does any of it matter? Let's really think about this. Do review bombing game do anything? No. Do putting hashtag doing my part do better? Does that do anything? No. It doesn't do anything. And you know why it doesn't do anything? Because they are the loud minority in the community. They are. They always have been. No matter what others might tell you, they always have been. And they continue to be. And all it really does is just show how much of a bunch of fucking crybaby the Western audience really are. Whenever something happens that don't fit their analogy, that don't fit their fucking, way of thinking, they'll go on Twitter, they'll review bomb, they'll bitch and complain on YouTube, and they'll try to make it seem as if that their opinion, their loud ass opinion, is going to make a multi-billion-dollar company bend the knee and say, yeah, we're sorry. I'm sure some people would think that me making this video be like, oh, me defending my multi-billion-dollar company. But no, what this video really is saying that you're doing something that you have done countless times. And here's the thing, this is not like 2021 where the complaint was valid. This particular complaint, is it really valid? Really think about this from the perspective of someone that been playing Genshin all this time. If you let's make a scenario here. 6.5 began. You had Lene, Chaska, fucking Nefa, and Llama. You are a free to play player. Now, as a free-to-play player, you know you can't get every single fucking character. You know you have to pick and choose your characters, and you have to then take into consideration how much pulls you got and what you can do with those pulls. So, I like to think that being a free-to-play player, you're not thinking you're gonna pull four fucking characters in a single update. Unless you have saved a large amount, you know you're not doing that. So let's just say just say you're only pulling for Lene. You pull for Lene, whether you had a guarantee for her, whether you got her early without the 50-50 fucking you over, or rather capture radiance, help your ass out. You get Lene, then everything else after that from that point forward is you grinding, go to a new area, doing the events, and saving up all your pulls from that point forward. So, whatever pulls you gotten from this update will then accumulate and go to the pulls you're getting on the fucking 6.6 update. So, knowing this, you tell me, is it really a stretch of imagination that you could be able to get fucking two characters in that update? Is it really a stretch of imagination that you could be able to get two characters if you have saved up all your gems from this update to the next? Unless I'm led to believe that you're going to start in 6.6 with zero fucking premium gems, then that's very, very fucking unlikely. So I would like to think you would be able to do so. You could be able to get both characters. Because in the end of the day, the game is solely about luck. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Hell, there could be some people out there that is lucky enough that they might have 100 pulls in their pocket. They do a single 10 pull and they may get that fucking 5-star character. Which is why when you see complaints like this, it is a minority and has always been a minority. Because no matter how many people in the Western atmosphere want to complain about the shit, unless the CN players complain or let the Japanese people complain about this shit, no one gives a fuck if the Western audience once again is complaining and crying about some shit, because no one gives a fuck about them. And again, this is me speaking as a Western folk myself. This is me speaking as somebody that lives in the US of A. We're a bunch of fucking crybabies. We always have been. Hence why so many fucking people look at us as a bunch of fucking whiners any fucking way. This is no more different. And regardless if fucking St. Tontas and other asshats want to talk about what the fuck Hoyo is doing, once again just negating the fucking fact that, oh, well, when Withering Waves are doing some dumb shit, we can just ignore that and just say we're blaming the fucking players for the anniversary being shit. But when the Hoyo is doing something wrong, oh, yeah, people have a right to complain, guy. Like, the Hoyo is being greedy. Do you see the stupidity of it all? Do you see how fucking brain dead the fucking situation really is in the grand scheme of things? Because as I said, who is really complaining? Is it the CN players? No, the CN player could get less of a fuck. They gonna spend money regardless. Do you think it's a majority of the fucking fan base? Fuck no. Because I like to think most of these other free-to-play players, they are down with reality. They are grounded to reality. And they would know, hey, I know I'm not going to be able to pull for both characters, but I can at the very least say I can pull for this character and wait for this character to have a fucking rerun. That's the most they can do. Or if they know for a fact that, oh, these two characters coming out, I can either make the choice of pulling for Lene or just say fuck her, wait for her rerun, and then go pull for fucking Nicole and Lohan. Like, are we really going to sit here and try to act as if this particular thing that's happening is something drama worthy, something people gonna really complain about? And again, the ones that are complaining are the ones that are not even spending money on the fucking game, are the ones that are free to play players, are the ones that are often the ones always bitching and moaning about shit any fucking way. And again, what fucking fascinates me about this is that they gave you less pulls in the past. No one bat an eye, but because there's two characters that they want to pull for, and they only give you 60, all of a sudden now they're complaining. I wonder if they are complaining only because Lohan's not a fucking standard character. I wonder if that's the fucking issue. It is what it is. I can tell you guys right now, this shit is not even going to be anything noteworthy. Some people might talk about it, and even then, it's a waste of fucking time. So unless they drop in terms of revenue, this don't mean shit. And what it would do, it once again just demonstrate how the fucking Western audience are just a bunch of fucking crybabies in the end of the day. They really are. And I'm sure somebody would sit here and say, "Well, Hollow, you wouldn't say this shit when it comes to War. Wouldn't that apply to the War community when they would complain about the anniversary?" Well, no, because if this was an anniversary issue, then sure, then I can understand why people be complaining. Then I can understand why people would be fucking whining and bitching and moaning about it. But really put this in perspective. If we was to compare this to the anniversary, which community have been always saying the devs listen and the devs give a fuck about their players? Has it been the Genshin community or the Woo community? It has been the Woo community, has it not? They was the ones that always hyping their fucking game up. They are the ones that always keep saying that their game can do no wrong. They are always the ones that always pretend like every single fucking thing they do is not flawed. From the spending event, from the transducers, from this fucking second anniversary, they have always tried to stay in the mindset that they are doing no wrong. So when you think about it from that perspective, look at that and then can tell me, is getting only 60 fucking polls really the end of the fucking world? Is it really anything to complain about? Is it really anything people should be even crying about? Of course there would be something to cry about, because the fucking Western audience. But that's all I wanted to say. 30 minutes long. 30 minutes long and talking about this dumb shit. And you know what it really is? It's dumb shit. With a bunch of dumb fucking people complaining about some dumb fucking update that I'm sure that by the time the update drops and the time they can do this and do that, they will have already had long since not even been thinking about that shit. And I'm sure if you're a free to play player, you have already made up your mind what the fuck you're doing. So the fact that anyone even really complaining about this shit is mind numbing. And before I go, let me quickly talk about the whole fucking weapon thing, because I'm sure if I don't talk about it, people will think, "Oh, you're just annoying it." Let me quickly talk about the weapon thing. I agree that them not giving away more event weapons is a problem. Now, I like to hope that not a ongoing thing. What I mean by that is that this is only 6.5, right? Now, normally, we don't get a bunch of events related shit in terms of getting weapons and whatnot, all that often. By that I mean like 3 patches at most. They will often give out events like that where you get a free weapon. Now, maybe during the summer event, maybe they'll give you a free weapon then. I like to hope that this is just a case that they're just juggling shit and then, giving away free weapon skin and then maybe also giving a free event weapon. I like to hope that's the case. I like to hope so. Because if they just going solely just giving away just weapons, skins and nothing else, then I can understand why some people have an issue with it. Although I would then argue that, I mean, when we look at all the weapons that over the years, besides a few, has do anyone play every single fucking weapon, event weapon on their account? Really, honestly, truthfully, because I think I got almost every event weapon on my fucking account, but I only have played only a handful of them. I mean, the only one I know I've been playing recently, if not always, have been a weapon that I got on Raw, and that's about it. So I mean, again, I get where people would be coming from with this. I'm not gonna sit there and say, "Oh, a bunch of people just bunch of fuck crybabies." No, I get it. I mean, again, I like to hope that this isn't some ongoing thing. I like to hope so, but I think it's just something we just have to wait and see, honestly. And that's how I feel about it. Although I will say, this is once again one of those cases where like, oh hey, Stingsley and Onslaught, we complained about that because we can't get the weapon skins off there unless we do the fucking dire mode. And then when they all start to put weapon skins in the fucking game that you can get for free, now it's a problem. Now it's a problem because now that makes it that we can't get the event weapons on the fucking update on some of the updates. Like again, the fucking irony, the irony. Why the weapon skins only in a mode where you have to be a whale to play it? Supposedly be a whale to play it. Then they switched it up to giving out weapon skins on events. This will be the second time they're doing this, and now people are now under the assumption now that they're going to drop weapon events now, or event weapons. Now, we don't know for sure. And if the summer event comes up and giving away another weapon skin, then maybe by that time I can make another video and say, okay, yeah, this is a bit stupid. But this is like the second time. And people already have an knee-jerk reaction, assuming that, oh, they're just done doing doing event weapons now. But at the same token, in that same token, people will complain about not having weapon skins, and now when they're getting weapon skins, they'll complain about the event weapons maybe going away. Fuck me, pick a fucking lane, Jesus Christ.